A leader is confronted with so many decisions to be taken every day. And there are times in the past, in my personal career, and even in Avatium as a business, that we've been faced with taking certain decisions, and there are so many things you have to consider. What I always do is to make sure that I go through the scenario planning, and I look at the various scenarios that I have versus the outcome, and then I weigh it against what I'm trying to achieve as well. Which of these scenarios takes me closer to the possible outcome or the expected outcome? So I remember very well that we had a project to implement sometimes back, and we were faced between buying outrightly or going to rent a particular instrument that we need in order for us to implement that project. And then we know that this project is also for a short time. So you're caught in between making a massive investment for a short time project, and by the time you are finishing that project, obviously you might not be able to make any profits at that point in time. But here you are that you would have tied money down, you will have made investments, and the ability for you to use that instrument for other projects may not come immediately. So you are caught in between. Do you want to deny yourself of the immediate gratification and making an investment and trust God that other businesses that are going to utilize those instruments are going to come, or those devices are going to come? So eventually we had to deny ourselves of immediate profits of that particular project and make that investment. And trust me, it was a fantastic decision. I usually tell everybody that comes around in Avatium that those were the days of little beginning, where we had to buy about 50 laptops at the beginning of the business, and then the project was not profitable for us because of that. But those 50 laptops that we bought to run those projects eventually became something that we use to even get so many other jobs. So denying yourself of immediate gratification positions you at times to actually have a future gain. And that's something that we need to look at. We could have gone for lease, but we said, no, we're not going to go for lease. Let's deny ourselves of immediate profits. And then it's something that eventually in the future we were able to make a lot of money from it. So that's one story that I know that readily came to mind amongst so many other stories. One of the things that I have as a guiding principle in life is that whoever I come across, the person must be a better person by the time the person is either parting from me or in any way. So that's where I get my kick from. I get my kick from making people better. And one of the things that I've done over time, I've worked with so many teams, even in my career where I was working before I started Avatium. If you come across a lot of people, they tell you that they have learned a lot from me. And I also want to say that for people that I've worked with, that I've reported to, I've learned so much, a lot from them. There are points I can still, at times when I'm spending my own quiet time, I think back and I repeat their words word for word, verbatim. They understand to show you how much I've learned from a lot of them. So, but in my journey, I've worked with fantastic people, and I've made sure that in the course of working with them, I've poured myself into them, reshaping them, making them better people. What I do is that everybody knows me with one thing, that I can't survive without not having a board to write. They've advised me to go for lecturing at some point in my career, but everybody knows that I try to write, because I feel that you only get better when you teach people, when you impart knowledge. Knowledge makes you get better as a leader. And I read the story of the person that established Rain Oil, and that's one of the stories that really changed my life. How he stressed it that knowledge is more important than even capital in business. So, and that's something that I've always said to people around me, that knowledge is very, very important. Knowledge separates you as a leader. I give example at times of the nomadic herders, that you see some of them going ahead of the cattle, you see some of them going behind the cattle. So because if you are in the same line with your team members, you can't see, you'll be able to, you'll see what they see, but you need to step back for you to be able to see more than what they see at times. So for me, impacting knowledge and changing team, it's something that I've done all my life. And I have so many stories around that. We've been in projects before where everybody thought we should just give up and hold up and say that this is not possible. But I always tell people that after no, there is but in life. There are always things that you can do for every situation that you find yourself. So I've worked with a whole lot of teams. Adeyinka started with just one, with myself alone, and we're sitting on over 124 people now, working together to deliver a whole lot of things. And it's still, the team is still growing. The team is still growing. And I say to people here that I know the way people were when they got there, when they were in interview, and I know the way they are now. A lot of them have changed, a lot of them have improved, and it's the joy of leaders that, when you see people that you can see the opportunity, you can see the strength in them. You can see a whole lot of them. They might have come in crude, but you have to refine them. And the daily refining goes by writing on the board for them to understand, opening their eyes to see the bigger picture, guiding them. When they make mistakes, you let them understand. One thing that I always ask people around me is that I always like to understand people's thinking process. The people's thinking process is something that I feel is very, very important, because that is where you will be able to shape them to say that, okay, why did you not think about it this way? What if you had thought about it this way? And then the person will know that if he's confronted with with a similar situation, he now has a way by which he can think about that thing. So you have to be ready as a leader to impart knowledge, let people understand the right way to think about it, and let people open people's eyes of understanding, if I can use that word, for them to be able to understand. I don't also quickly give answers to people. I always ask them, tell me what you will think about it when they come for me, or when they come to me for answers to situations. Tell me what you are thinking about. Tell me how you will approach it. Okay, what if you think about it this way? Have you considered this? Are you able to see the bigger picture? And they say, okay, they never thought about it that way. That's the way to think. So the thinking process is also something that is very important for people to understand and then become problem solver themselves.